everybody, back to another Fantastic stream. My name is Antonius Drosera, Captain PRISMA, and Space Mafia VTuber. What's up, Wonky? Where is it? It's this. It's December 17th. Today was a day. Good news is I'm like totally finished with all the patching that I needed to do for this model. I had so much of like other stuff I had to do. I'm doing okay. I'm a little bummed out. I was supposed to go to convention this weekend, but money is tight, and so I kind of just decided last minute, like, let's just hold off. Also, all my like cosplay stuff is like in a storage locker, like half an hour away, so I'm like, maybe not this time, which is sad because this is like the first anime weekend Atlanta that I haven't gone to in like 10 years, which is crazy, but hope things get better. I really do. I'm sure they will. We're just in a rough patch right now. There's always what do they say? I don't know. Something inspirational. I almost said there's a calm before the storm, but that's kind of the opposite of what's happening. There's always a storm before the calm. But it's, it's fine. I'm sad. I'm sad because I miss conventions. I didn't really get to go to a lot this year. I only went to like one, and I usually go to a lot more than that. So I was kind of bummed. It's like it's always fun to like go and like meet a bunch of nerdy folks, but money is a big part of that. So but there's always next time. That's what I tell myself. It is annoying that they put a convention the week before Christmas. Like, I'm not the first person to complain about that, but like these conventions that do like holiday cons, it's like, okay, we ain't all got the time. It's Christmas, bro. It's Christmas. Who's got the money for that? But it is what it is. Hopefully the next big one is in May, so it's not that too far, but I want to start making stuff, I haven't made any new cosplays in such a long time, and I really miss it. I've ever been to a convention? They're a lot of fun. I feel like it's kind of how you make it, right? Because I feel like the programming, there's definitely like programming, but I feel like for me, the highlight is like, meeting people, right? Because like going to a convention, you already all have like one thing in common, right? Like your whatever convention it is, your chances are you're probably going because you have an interest in that thing, right? So like I feel like it's very easy to like meet people because you immediately have something to talk about, which, if you go to most places like a bar or something, it's like there's no guarantee that you're gonna like know you're gonna have something in common with somebody, right? I mean, I guess you both like to drink, maybe. What do you like to drink? That's such a non-starter, I feel like. Like, you go to a convention and everybody is like, a lot of people just don't seem like my thing, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with people, I just get overstimulated easy. That's understandable. There are definitely conventions that are very big, but there's also a lot of like small local conventions. Living in the city, there's always like a new convention every year, and it's only got like 100 or so attendees that go to it, which is great. I feel like if there is, for anybody that like wants to go to conventions, I would say start with that, because a lot of people that I've met that like are new to conventions will be like, oh, I want to go to like Dragon Con is a really big one in Atlanta, and that one has like, it's huge. It's probably got almost 200,000 people easily, which is a lot. It's crazy. You don't you don't want to like, yeah, you don't want to like overstimulate yourself, especially if that's not something that like you're used to, right? For me, I became pretty used to it. Um, but there's a lot of like smaller ones that just, have like a few people that are just like doing their thing, and it's a pretty good vibe. Um, Obviously it's not for everybody, but I think that there's, a lot of smaller events that are also really cool. Bigger events, I feel like bigger events, a lot of the time it's like they just have a lot of high profile guests, right? um a few years ago, I remember they had like a lot of the Hololive girlies came. um and then I also, we 2 years ago, I think 2 years ago, one of the cons I went to, I got to meet Iron Mouse and Zentreya. That was pretty cool. um so pretty neat. Just found out we have conventions in my city. I didn't even know. Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like when it's hard to like know unless it's like a really big convention, like Atlanta, right? Atlanta has like a lot of like, they have like three pretty big conventions that I feel like a lot of people know about. Um, but like, there's always like a local anime thon. Ooh. Um, there's always like a local like mom and pop style situation. Um, and those are always pretty cool. I feel like those are very intimate, right? Because it's like, especially if you go with like, I like to go with like a buddy usually if I can. But even if you don't, I mean, you can still meet people. I feel like most people at conventions are pretty chill. Like I said, everybody's got something in common. It's easy to just be like, what anime do you like, and then you can kind of get into a conversation from there. Because I don't, it's tough out on these streets, when you're like, when you're kind of like nerdy or whatever, it feels like, because I've been to bars, right? And like, it can be awkward because you'll go and like, there's a bunch of people that like you have nothing in common with. And so like, I feel like going to like a convention is so much nicer because it's like, everybody has some vetted interest in the thing that you're also interested in. So that's automatically like, it's nice, right? Um, Especially when it comes to like the nightlife. I feel like that's my favorite part of conventions. I think I'm good. It averages 15K. Okay, yeah, that might be a little bit, that might be crazy to start with. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, I've gone to conventions. Two of the conventions that I go to are like 40K each, which is a lot. But when you've gone to so many, it doesn't really feel like it, right? Especially when it's like, at night, because everybody's kind of partying at night. That's kind of my favorite too, because I feel like I'm not as big on like raves and stuff, but a lot of people will like go out into like the courtyard and like play some music, and it's pretty chill. Um, I remember last con I went to, somebody brought one of those, I don't know what they're called. They're like those, like in preschool they had like those huge like parachute blanket things that were like rainbow, and then you would like throw it up in the air and everybody would go under. Somebody brought one of those and everybody was like, was going underneath it. It was just very wholesome, very fun time. You know, a lot of fun stuff like that. Um, you know, somebody one con like so it was just like playing music in like the lobby of the hotel, and the hotel was chill with it. So like we were just like we were just dancing. Um, it's always nice, and there's like I feel like there's a lot of different things, right? Like the I always love the artist alley because there's always like people that you know, there's artists, right? Um, being getting into VTubing too is like I feel like crazy because there's so many like VTuber artists now, and it's cool because like I get to network, which is nice. I love networking. Big on networking, and it's not like super. The great thing about it too is like I feel like nobody feels the need to be like super professional either, right? Because it's like just like a hobby, right? I mean, there are definitely people who make it like a living, and that's cool. But like, I feel like most people know that it's just like, you know, a hobby. People are just gonna chill. People are just gonna make stuff that they like, and that's always been something that's been really enjoyable to me. And now that I'm a VTuber, it's like an extra layer of that, right? Where it's like now I'm like meeting other VTubers in the wild, which is crazy because like you don't tend to do that. I feel like it's kind of weird because you're like, you know, VTubing is very much like has a lot of anonymity to it, but it's it's very enjoyable. So I'm gonna miss it this weekend, but hopefully next time. I wanna do some more cons next year. I wanna go to some more cons, maybe make some new cosplays. It's just everything, you know, I've got a bunch of stuff in storage lockers right now, and living in a temporary home is definitely not making that easy, but we'll figure it out. We'll get a system. I'm happy that I can still stream, you know what I mean? That's really what is important for me. Is being able to do some streaming. I'm streaming. But yeah. It is what it is. All my friends are going this weekend. I'm like, oh man. Oh man. But I'm probably just gonna stream all weekend, you know. Just chill out. Hang out with chat, and you know, we got this whole new model, this whole new this chatting room. Doing what you love is enough, in my opinion. That's what I do every day. I live to the fullest. Yeah. I want to do a lot of things next year. I feel like I was pretty low key this year. I think next year I want to do some more stuff. I want to get back in the world, do some stuff. Everything costs money. And I just had to sell my car a couple months ago, which was you know, alert real quick, no worries, good luck. But it's what it is. I'm hoping things get better next year, you know. I think it'll I hope they will. I hope they will. I think they will. I'm optimistic. But who's to say? Who's to say? What else is going on in the world? In this crazy world? Oh yeah, I was doing some like shiny hunting. I found out like apparently the shinies, the shiny legendaries in Pokemon Legends, yay, are like some of them are not shiny locked. So I spent like a good hour trying to get shiny Latios to no avail. But I'm gonna keep trying. I didn't even know that you could like do it because I know that they're like weird about the shinies when it comes to legendaries. So I'm like excited. I don't have like a lot of shiny legendaries. I think the only shiny legendary that I have is Rayquaza that I got from Pokemon Go a few years back. He's so cool. I've been kind of deep into the shiny hunting grind more in the last few days, last few games. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I don't know. Well, Christmas is just wow. Can you believe it, guys? Christmas just a week away. Christmas is 1 week away. And I've been thinking about like what to do to celebrate on stream because we always do something every year. We might do last year we did like bad Christmas games. I kind of want to bring that back. I want to do more of that because it was so much fun. Um, but I was just thinking about like all the stuff. I'm like not super religious, right? But like I do love Christmas. I'm a big Christmas enjoyer. I think like going out and seeing the neighborhood that I moved to, there's a lot of people that like put a lot of lights up. The neighborhood that I was in before was like not super they didn't do a lot. So I guess I was very excited to see like everybody putting their lights up and whatnot. When I was a kid, we my mom, my sister, and I would all go out on the town Christmas, not Christmas, but like the days leading up to Christmas, like a night before Christmas. On the night before Christmas, um, and on the night, one of the nights, like on the week of Christmas, we would go out to the city and just like drive around and like look at all the lights, and it was always so much fun. It was so beautiful. Some people go crazy with the lights, dude. Some people go insane. I don't know how the hell they're gonna recover from that electricity bill. I get a little festive, you know. I like to get a poinsettia. Poinsettias are so pretty. Um, I do love a nice red flower. So, like I was so I was so happy to see them like in the grocery store. I was gonna get one, but baby broke, so I did not get one. But they die. I don't like getting like plants that are like destined to die. You know what I mean? It's not. I guess if you take good enough care of it, it lives. But I feel like most of the like poinsettias that I've ever had, like they end up dying after they are done. So, but I love poinsettias. Apparently, they're really bad for cats, though. I don't have cats, so it's not a problem. But anytime that I have a poinsettia, my friend is like, "I can't get one of those because I have a cat." It's like, okay, well, I don't, so I'll I'll take it. Um, but yeah, I always used to love going out and just like driving around, seeing all the beautiful lights. It's a lot of fun. People go crazy, dude. Every year, That and Halloween. And I feel like there's like two different, you got like the super religious people, and then you also got the people that are like just way into the eccentricism of decorating their house, you know what I mean? Like having just a very exuberantly, extravagantly decorated house. I feel like it's a little overkill, especially like I can't imagine going to sleep and just like seeing that outside my window. I think I would go crazy. I can't even I hate it when the lights on my computer go off, you know what I mean? So like I can't imagine that, to be honest with you. That's craziness, love. I don't know what to tell you. That's craziness. But I guess my dad and I are gonna meet up at some point before Christmas. We always say that, and then it never ends up happening. We end up like delaying delaying it to like a week later. Schedules get so busy. I don't really get to go up and see my mom either, because she's up north, and like, you know how flights are. Flights are crazy on the holidays. And I don't like flying either. It's not like a fear or anything. I'm not like afraid of flying. Like I'm fine. It's just I don't enjoy it. It's a lot of stress, you know. Um, living in Atlanta, for those who don't know, Atlanta has the busiest airport in the world, and it is not fun. I feel like they do the best that they can, right? Like I do feel like they're doing their best, but at a certain point there's like a certain level of human ability that just like cannot measure up to the level of busyness that this airport gets to. And it's not fun. I'm also just like very inattentive at, I think, at airports, because like every time that I go I zone out because there's so many like different stimuli going on. And so like I will be I'll finally sit down, and then like they'll call out like my number or whatever, now boarding, blah blah blah. And then like sometimes I'll just miss it. I remember like I was the last person to get on the plane once because I just like didn't hear them calling for me for the longest time. And then like somebody was like, "What are you here for?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm here for this plane." They're like, "Well, they're just about to take off." I'm like, "Oh shoot." Oh shoot. All right. I guess I'll get on. Um, but like, yeah. And then the other thing too is they really love to like distract you too with like all, they got some of the like best places to eat. They'll have like places that you usually don't get to eat at like an airport. Like they'll have like an Auntie Anne's, and it's like the only time I'm getting Auntie Anne's is at the mall, right? So like there's that. I remember one time I had what is it? Panda Express, because we don't have like Panda Express a lot over here. Like we do have it. It's just not like all over the place. Um so they always got like stuff, and then like, but you never have enough time to actually eat, like usually I'll cut it pretty close, and then like they'll try to like tempt you with everything. It's like I literally can't, like even if I wanted to, even if I had the money to, I don't have the time. And then just like getting into the airplane is a lot because there's just so many warm bodies. I'm still like a little bit like apprehensive because like COVID, you know, putting everybody into a plane like that. I know it's been a few years, but like never be too cautious. The flu, there's a bunch of stuff, you know. And then you just like you just sit next, the whole concept of a plane is kind of wild. You just like sit next to some people that you don't know. God rest your soul if you're like sitting next to a child or something. Oh my God. I hate kids on a plane. Like I get it. I get it cuz I probably would do the same thing if I were a kid and I were on the plane, but like man, I really hate when people will like bring their naughty ass kids onto the plane and then just like won't do anything. It's like, come on, man. I know you're used to it, but not everybody else is. Get your kid, bro. Do something. I will say though, I do get a little excited. I feel like I'm a kid at snack time when like the flight attendant comes by and like asks me like what I want, you know? Like, you want something to drink? Like, give me that Diet Coke, that Biscoff cookie. The Biscoff cookies. Oh man, they're so good. They're so good. And you can like eat them anywhere, right? But like for some reason it just hits different on an airplane. I feel like it's a sense of like it's a sense of like what's the word? Scarcity because like you don't have anything else you can eat. You're at the mercy you're at the mercy of the flight attendant. So like kind of like hey, can I please have this? Um which I feel like I don't really get that. I don't get that elsewhere. Um so yeah, just fun. It's just fun. It's nice. It's That's the only good part about it, I think. The only good part about it is that nothing else. Oh damn, I did good. I did good. It's just so stressful, you know? Stressful. I feel like I don't feel this way about like I think probably because of the fact that it's like expensive, right? Like plane tickets are not they're not cheap at all. But like sometimes you have to take the plane. I mean, you don't have to, I guess. You could take another form of transportation, but like it's it's easier and it's faster, but it's also more expensive. I just try not to do it when possible because like It's much. It's too much. Unless my mom offers to like pay for it, I tend to just. I would rather just like drive. It's a lot longer, but like it's nicer on me, me specifically. Died? Oh, what are you playing? I'm nitpicking for stuff in my model, dude. Fortnite? Oh, they do a new season, right? Did they do the have they started the like giveaway stuff yet? I need to go on there. Been touched Fortnite in months. I'm decent at Fortnite, which is wild considering I'm not great at shooters, but I'm pretty decent at Fortnite. Unless it's ranked. I don't fuck with ranked, which I think is why I'm so good at it, probably. Probably the main reason. Are you playing Warframe, but I already have everything done that I need to get done? Ah. Everybody keeps telling me to play Warframe. Maybe one of these days. I like my baby games. I'm so bad at like combat in games, I fear. But if you like games with grinding, I don't know. I'm like, it depends. At a certain point, I get kind of tired of the grind. If I like the game enough and it's grindy, I don't mind it, right? But like, if it's just like, I don't know, like Destiny but without microtransactions. Oh, I haven't played Destiny either. um, I really only play like. That's not true. I've been branching out a lot more this year. I've been doing like more stuff, but I feel like a lot of online games in general, I don't know. I don't get I can't get into them as well. Unless it's Final Fantasy 14. I did get pretty hooked on that for a minute. I need to come back to it. I miss it. I grew up playing Maple Story. That was like my big thing. That was like my grindy game, and I was happy with it. My go-tos are usually like Assassin's Creed, something that's free roam. I need to play that too. I have so many games I need to play. It's on my list. Um, what's like the best Assassin's Creed to start with? I'm curious because I do want to like get into it, but I don't know where to start. Because it seems interesting. The first, what's up, Cheery? The first one, I Brotherhood or AC2. Okay, I'll check it out. I know they got like a few of them on PlayStation Plus, so people keep getting on me about having PlayStation Plus, and like I love early Ubisoft games. I played a couple, and they seem like they've fallen off recently. But then again, that's like a lot of AAA companies. But I've heard Ubisoft is like the one a lot of people shit on, right? Yeah. I'm kind of falling off just like the big ones, you know what I mean? Like the big companies. Oh, the 8C3 besides the 8 hours until you can play as Connor. 8 hours, damn. See, I've been in a big like ever since we played Elden Ring, I can't get enough of like Souls-like games now. Souls-like games. The main character, but you can't use him for so long. That's weird. For 8 hours? What were they thinking? I do hate games too. This is my personal pet peeve. Is I hate when games have like long ass intro like arcs, I guess, where it's just like because I just want to get into the game. I don't like reading tutorials. I don't like just like let me figure it out. You know, obviously if it's like too difficult to figure it out on your own, like I guess you can like I do hate when games will be so like preachy about like the mechanics of the game. It's like just let me get into it. Let me chew on it and I'll figure it out. Don't make me like don't edge me. I don't like being edged. But early video games have a huge problem with the long ass. Yeah. True. Depending on the games nowadays, they also have that problem too, where they want to like walk your hand through everything. Nintendo games really suffer with that. There are some exceptions. I recommend the newer Assassin's Creed games because of the leveling system. What's wrong with the leveling system? See, I think one thing people forget is like I come from humble beginnings as like a farm sim enjoyer. A lot of people make fun of me for it because it's like, oh, those aren't real games. It's like, okay, well, they're fun. They're fun and I like them. So that's a video game for me. The two criteria for a game, well, three. One, is it playable? Two, is it fun? Three, do I like it? And then I'm sold. Bonus if there's hot men in it. But not required. I don't need it, but it would be nice to have. But also I have played a lot of games with like hot men in them, and then the game is just ass. Like not enjoyable at all. Just the worst. Don't tantalize me with hot anime and not actually be an enjoyable experience. What the hell is wrong with you? What's your problem, man? What the freak? But I feel like if the game gives me a tutorial that's like optional, I like that because I like to figure it out on my own, right? And I know I'm probably gonna suffer, but I don't have the attention span. I'm too ADHD to do like tutorial sequences. I just groan whenever they happen. If the game isn't like simple enough for me to understand it, like figuring it out myself, I feel like I already lose some of my interest. Honestly, I feel that I got ADD. Perhaps you do. You are on Twitch, so I feel like that's a pretty good barrier of entry. I always say that. I feel like at least half of people on Twitch who use the platform some level of neurodevelopmental, neurodivergent, multitasking. Yeah, I do like having those dual screens, even though I got like my phone up. Big ADHD moment. But some people say that's also like a Zoomer thing, so I don't know. Could be both. Because it's not like they really had that back in the day. I feel like people were lucky to have just like one screen. They had that little box TV with the antenna on it. They had like 5 channels. That is kind of crazy. Personally, it has to keep being interesting or I lose interest. See, the thing that I really enjoy, like, I like a game where if I like it enough and there's like a completionist type of vibe to it, I will do the whole game. You know, I will get like all of the stuff, right? And that being said, I don't like replaying games. Everybody, I remember when we were playing Elden Ring, everybody was like, "You're gonna want to replay this," and I was like, And people were like, "No, you're gonna want to replay it." It's like, I love this game, but I don't want to replay it. I don't want to replay it. Not because it's like not enjoyable, but just because like I feel like I'm good. You know? I don't know if I want to play another 40 hours to just get another ending. Or like whatever else there is, you know? I feel like I've played the game and experienced it and I'm good. But nothing against anybody who likes it. I do kind of agree though, like I feel like it has to continue to keep me invested. I've done everything there is to do. Then I'm kind of over it. But you can give me a lot of like busy work. That being said, I do play the shit out of Pokemon games because they do give you a lot of busy work. Like I'm doing just a lot of the like side quests in ZA right now because it's like it's enjoyable for me. It might not be the most engaging, but like it's fun. I do like collecting all the Pokemon, getting all the shinies, doing all that stuff. Even if the game's kind of mid. But it keeps me busy, you know? I've got like time that I have spare. I will go ham on it. I go crazy. But it depends. And as we speak, hell yeah. All right. What else? What else is going on? SpongeBob movie earns highest ever Rotten Tomatoes score. 90%. SpongeBob big guy pants okay. SpongeBob big guy pants okay. Big guy. Big guy. SpongeBob big guy pants okay. Big guy. Big guy. Big guy. Big guy. SpongeBob big guy pants okay. Apparently she remade that song like a bunch of times because they had to fit the big guy narrative in the song. I die again. No. No. Alright. I'm thinking turn off call now. I'm thinking we do some hollow. Ooh. SpongeBob big guy pants okay. Everybody else has moved on from that song, not me. I'm still invested. I saw they put Kim Kardashian in Fortnite. She has the thickest skin. That's crazy that people just know that. You mean start sigh? Bro, the Fortnite, have you seen the Fortnite Rule 34? They be doing some crazy stuff. They be doing some crazy stuff with the Fortnite Rule 34. There's, yep. They got like they got twinks with like booty jiggle physics. It's crazy. It's crazy, love. It's crazy, innit? Found something I'm nitpicking in my model again. It's crazy, like the models. Somebody say jiggly physics on men. I did. They've got like the Fortnite porn artists are doing incredible things with technology that I feel like I'm the first in my bloodline to see. It's insane. And people laugh. People laugh like it's like, really, dude? But like Fortnite has like everything now. Because they're doing all these collabs, so there's like there's characters from a bunch of different stuff. They keep doing just like crazy shit. I've seen Sasuke clapping his cheeks, dude. It's like, what the hell? I thought you were talking about a video game or something. Oh, I wish. I wish. Sasuke Uchiha getting his cheeks clapped. It's crazy. we're innovating. I've always said we need more goon slop. We need more yaoi goon slop, and now it's happening. Arknights have jiggly man chest. Everybody keeps talking about Arknights, and I'm like, I need to see. Pretty sure that's Bara. Bara does exist. Arknights I've always seen like a lot of the designs. I've never been like into it, so I don't really know. I don't know if it's good or not, but like the designs always seem to slap. I've seen a lot of hot men from Arknights that I'm like, I need him. I don't know who he is, but I don't need to. I could keep playing Arknights because gacha games are burning me off. Yeah, I feel like that is becoming a thing. Like, I just want to play a game. I don't want to... I feel like they've made these games that are just like AAA quality now, but like they're all just microtransactions out the wazoo, and it's like I don't want that. But I guess it probably makes a lot more money. I don't know actually. I'm guessing it does, right? Because it's more of a continuous stream. You put out a game that's just like a one-time purchase and that's it, right? So I'm assuming that it's not, you know, it's a little bit more like fruitful. But I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And now Genshin is starting to put hot men in the game again. I liked when they only had like one male every 6 months. But now I feel like they realize they can get that love in deep space type of cash, payola. Cause I know some girlies that like are obsessed with love in deep space, have spent like hundreds of dollars on Silas or whatever, and it's like I see some of the like videos from it and I do kind of cringe a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do watch them and I'm like, as a gay man, this is not for me. This is not. I think of the fact that like they've really pushed the straight narrative really kills me. I don't know if I can tolerate microtransactions or not. Having to play the game daily to make it playable. That is also really annoying. Because I have like one or two games that I am like comfortable with doing that with. And that's just become like a routine for me. And I'm happy with that. I'm fine with that. But like any more than that, I'm not feeling it. You know what I mean? I have one game that I enjoy just like doing dailies for because like I have the time to do it. And it's just like something that is like, you know, I know it's gonna be there. You know, if I have 30 spare minutes and I just like want to do something that doesn't take a lot of brain power. But like anything else, I don't want it. I don't want it. Especially if it's not rewarding enough. And most of the time it's not, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. My BF wants me to play Genshin so bad, but I don't have a new gen. Yeah, they took it off PS4. I was pretty bummed about that. I mean, I only play it on my phone anyway, but it takes so much. That's the other thing. Thank you for the bits, Cheery. Appreciate you. The other thing that like makes me mad too is like these games, while they've become like more enjoyable to play, they are such like a storage suck. You know what I mean? Like I can't have more than like, and I have like a decent storage. I have like 160 gigs or something, you know, like I've got like a good amount of storage, but like Genshin is like 50 gigs and it's like, this is ridiculous. What, like there must be some way to like offload some of this, you know? I don't want to have all these like 50 gigabyte games on my phone because I can only play like one or two of them at a time. What's the point of that then? Half the stuff I want to play, I have to buy a new console. Yeah, it sucks. Being broke. But like, I was thinking about getting back into Wuthering Waves, but then I saw like the community and also the fact that they just like don't have men. Like, just no hot men anymore. It's all just hetero slop. It's all het slop. As a broke boy. It's all head slop, which is fine, you know. You can have your head slop. It's just I want my yaoi slop. I want my gay slop. And I want it to actually be fun. I want it to be fun. I've gone on this tangent before. The games have to actually be fun. You know what I mean? I'm sophisticated. I'm a sophisticated man. Film MiHoYo cost of running Genshin is like beyond $1 billion. $1 billion? Damn. That's crazy. I mean, I know they make a lot of money from it. I mean, it is kind of insane. The cost of both developing and running Genshin. It is kind of crazy how much of a like empire that game has become, and like consistently too. Like, I feel like there aren't like a lot of games of that kind of genre, I feel like, that have had this lasting of an impact. And that's not me like trying to like, you know, suck them off or anything, but like, it's true. I mean, it's been like 5 or 6 years at this point, and like they're still raking in the cash. It's kind of crazy. It's actually insane. Most of the games I play, I just stim on. Yeah, I get you. So I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, like the numbers that they're pulling still to this day. Because they really don't even need to be number one at this point. Like there is competition, but like they do make so much money consistently, and they seem to they seem to know what they're doing. You know, I do think it was the biggest bag drop to not make Monado from Zenless Zone Zero a 5 star though. I do maintain that. I don't know. I know a lot of like this new crop of games are doing more like they're doing more games with like gotcha like clothes, right? Kind of going off of the Infinity Nikki model, which I am curious to know how well that goes, because in my mind I don't know if that is like something that is as uh like is as interesting, you know, as something that people would spend money on. But maybe they've crunched the numbers. Maybe it does work. I know when Genshin put out the user generated content update, I was like interested in it, and then I saw that like you really can't get anything good without actually paying money. Like you can't even like do a gotcha on it. It just is, you have to pay money. Like it's not free to play friendly at all, which sucks. Because I was very excited about the idea of like having a character that I could play as that like was customizable. Paying money and playing the game daily, yeah, exactly. That's insane. That's insane. And most of the stuff on there is just like slop. It's not good. I think they really wanted that Roblox bag, but like it just is not. I don't know. I think they're putting way too much of their effort into it, because the real reason I enjoy Genshin is like exploring. I like the open world, and I know I'm probably like in the like I know I'm in the minority probably, because I know a lot of people just that is whatever. Daily mandatory metas make the game look like an unpaid job to me. It is crazy. I know that they made it like easier, but it still is just like I don't fuck with it. I haven't done dailies in years on Genshin. When I hear that they put out a new area, I'm like, all right, bet I'm going on. But any other time, because you know, I like open world games, and I do think Genshin does a really good job of making like open world environments that are actually like engaging. Um, I've gone on long diatribes about this, right? I feel like there is a good way to make an open world environment and a bad way to make one. And to me, there really is no in between. If your open world has a lot of stuff in it that is like rewarding to explore, and like there's a lot of secrets and a lot of mysteries and like stuff that you can like uncover, that to me is like, that's fun. You know, I don't do it because it gives you like the primo gems or whatever. I do it because I like to do it, right? Because I love open world games like that. I love when an open world game like gives you something to chew on. But then the minute that like you give me like just this open environment, I feel like a lot of games want to be open world, and then they see what the open world entails and like all the stuff that you have to do to make it look and feel and play good, and it's like it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And that's something that I've always enjoyed about Genshin, is like they put in the puzzles, they put in the chest, they put in the quests, they put in like all this and that is like, okay, I like this. I can do this, and this feels enjoyable. Um that a lot of open world games, I'm gonna be honest, that they just don't do that for me. They don't do that for me. I'm not gonna sit here and gloat Genshin, because like they don't need me to do that. But like I just feel like for me, that's why I enjoy it. The other thing too is I'm in a place in my life where I feel like I don't have the like gambling, like the gambling bug, you know, where I'm like, I need to get this character. If I have the primo gems to do it, I'll pull, you know what I mean? If I don't, I won't. Which I feel like is a healthy way of engaging with a game that is very predatory with their gacha. It is also crazy because like I do think people don't realize over the last like 5 or so years, gacha like rates and prices have gotten ridiculous. They did not used to be this bad. But I feel like because every company does it, it's just like, well, I can't knock this one company without knocking all the others. And it's like, no, you can. It's all greedy. It's all slimy, you know? Um but uh but yeah, and I feel like the biggest fear is like knowing that there is the possibility that this game will just cease to exist at some point. Maybe not now, maybe not in the next decade, but at some point when they realize, when they determine that like the funding is just not worth it. um it's just not worth the upkeep. They just take it down, and it's not like you can really say anything about it because you've already spent all your money on it, you know, which sucks. You probably spent hundreds of dollars on a game that just doesn't exist anymore. My gacha rule is like, if the banner is not limited time repetitive banner, then you can gacha if you want to. Yeah, I feel like people who, because when I was younger, I used to be a lot more impulsive about it. It's like, if I spent a certain amount and I didn't get it, then I would just keep spending until I got it. And that is super unhealthy. But I was also a lot younger and a lot more impulsive because I was more immature. Um, you know, I feel like I've kind of hardened that resistance a little bit more. And I think that that's important. I feel like you have to do that, because if you don't, then you're going to spend a bunch of money on an anime twink that is, you know, I feel like the other thing too is like if you have like a core like team, that's really all you need. You know what I mean? I still to this day use D-Luke. Still to this day. And people will act like I'm crazy. But like if it works, it works. Is there not a power creep? Yes, but like I kind of asked for the challenge. So yeah, I'm gonna be broke, but at least I'm not spending my money on a gacha game. No hate to anybody that does. I'm good. I'm good on it, you know? I'm chilling. I was kind of thinking about getting more into Wuwa just because of the fact that like they really don't have any men. So I'm like, this would be so easy. I would never have to worry about pulling for men because there aren't any. It is crazy too because I see some clips and it's just like, oh my god. Oh my god, this is so cringe. There's so many moments when the girls are just like head over heels in love with this fucking twink just because he like said something remotely nice to them. It's like, oh my god. Oh my god. This is so embarrassing. I can't do it, dude. It's so embarrassing. He'll be like, I hope you have a nice day. And then like the girl will be like, oh, and like she'll be struck in the heart with a bow, figuratively. It's like it cannot be this serious. It cannot be this serious. That is not how this works. Embarrassing. Oof. One sec. But I don't know. People like it. People like it. As long as people like it, they'll keep doing it. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna swap out my model real quick. I did a little update. Do 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 do. Nothing big. I just saw something that I'm nitpicking on, so. Up and away. Come on. Oh, not fixed. Actually. This has been my life the last few days. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh. 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 I'm excited to see what I'm following some of these other games. I really wanted to get into Where Winds Meet, but I don't have a device I can play it on. Edge. Edge. I've heard it's pretty good though. I want to go on a Hollow Knight. Computer's behaving a lot. Usually when I do rigging stuff, like doesn't crashes and stuff. It's been crashing a lot more recently, which is a little concerning. My laptop, I mean, my PC is fine. My PC any issues. But my laptop getting old. Getting old and curmudgeon. I love that word. And then iCloud is also just very ass sometimes. Like, sometimes it just won't upload stuff. Like, okay. I like using it though because like because I use both Windows and Apple products, and like it's nice because I can just like go cloud webs. I've been thinking, curious to know if people would be interested in like me doing like a live shoot. I don't know how good it would be. I would have fun. I'm probably not the best person to give. I know my way around it. I know my way around a rig. Alright. I'll be back in like half an hour. I gotta fix it real quick. Sorry.